Hello, hello, hello. Hello, and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of the FBF Pub Quiz. My name is John, and I am joined by Jeff.
Hello. And friend.
And worrying friend behind you. Rogue is here.
Hello.
And we are also joined by, how loud is this going to be? Not too bad. Ben is also here.
Yes, that is the question they ask every time I come on stream.
I just remembered to turn on the Spotify's to have the chilling background music.
I thought you meant Ben. I just remember the last time he was on stage and didn't need a microphone.
When does he ever need a microphone? Well, I mean, now, because he'd be shouting in his room, I guess.
It would be very impressive if you heard me, though.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
I just sort of like the idea that you could knock a volume knob on his neck, and it's just like, oh no.
It fell off
That's
long
pretty much what
ago.
happened at MCM.
That dial fell off a long time ago.
My favorite part, they gave me a microphone, and before I did the introductions, I literally apologized to the front row.
Oh dear.
And then I talked to the other end of the hall.
We are here to do the Final Boss Fight Pub Quiz. That is right, Jeff. This is a strem. It is strem time. Tonight, unlike most of the recent pub quizzes, I don't have a guest round. Because Jennifer's mum didn't come up with one.
Oh.
And he's going away to America very soon. So is going to come up with one for maybe next month or the month after. So
Okay.
maybe next month, maybe the month after, we'll have 2 guest rounds in one quiz. We'll find out. It'll be...
Aim to lose.
It'll be fun times. So tonight, I have for you several rounds, 4 rounds of questions
That is more than one, yes.
with a total
Intriguing.
number of points up for collection being at 50, because I have 1 round with 2 points per question.
Oh dear.
So we're going to start tonight with a general knowledge round. We've then got a true or false round, which I'm expecting, 50-50 chances. You should be doing pretty well on. I have a round of opening lines from films. And I want to know which actor said it, and in which film did that actor say it.
Oh boy. Well, that's me stumped.
And
Oh dear.
Hi, I'm Ben. I forget names easily.
What is a movie?
and then I
What
have
is your quest?
and then I have a round on video games,
Ooh.
which is a subject I feel that we know a little bit about.
It really is a shame that Jen's mum isn't in for this one.
But don't worry, I have written down future quiz rounds as well on Dungeons and Dragons and also just dragons. So that's coming up.
Do you have a quiz on just dungeons?
Did you
I
just
don't
say
yet.
dragons?
It was suggested to me that I do a round on dragons by our resident dragon, the dragon, Tanny.
I wonder why.
I am also a massive dragon nerd, he says, trying to hold a badge close to the camera. I don't know if you can tell that's a dragon, but yeah, I tried.
I just have a mini dragon egg. Squishy mini dragon egg.
I've got 3 dragon anti over here. You can see. I'm looking at.
I mean, I gesture to
That
the
looks like
background
weird.
that there's a dragon back there. You can't
Yeah.
see it because it's blue screened right now.
I know which dragon that is. It's the inspiration for the porcelain dragon.
Oh.
But
Well,
as I have not written those rounds yet, they will be in future quizzes. So that's a look ahead to what's coming in March/April time. But for now, we must focus on tonight, because tonight is the quiz we're actually in the middle of doing. So the way this works is I ask a round of questions, and then I get you guys to write out the answers. You write out those answers, and then at the end of the round, you come back and we mark the questions, and we find out who is winning, who is losing, and then we press on to another round.
Okay.
If you are in the chat and want to take part, please feel free to comment, but don't answer until we're doing the answers. Please ignore Ben. Just in general.
Okay.
As I say, just remember, always put your answers in. That's all I'm going to say. Always put your answers in there.
which does have a whisper function.
Ignore the whisper function and just put them straight in. Tag me in it so it flags up and I see it, get a nice big ding. And
There we go.
And we are now going to get underway with a general knowledge round.
Oh, do you want team names?
bibbidi.
I mean, actually, yeah, let me double check, because I've got at the moment Quest Giver and Rogue and Talon. Does anybody have team names they wish to...
Yes, I wish to change due to recent events in the Final Boss Fight cinematic universe. I wish to change my team name.
Okay.
What?
Oh dear.
How could you? Why would you?
Snicket on Spaghetti,
Snicket on Spaghetti.
and it's Snikkit.
This just sounds like Wolverine with a fetish.
Sorry, Snicket, Kit. Sorry, because snicked I think is a copyrighted word, but Snicket is not.
Snikkit.
Snikkit. Two Ks.
Kit.
It's very specific.
There you go.
The Quest Giver.
It's
Oh,
still
no.
the quest giver.
Rogue.
I'm happy with my name. I'm just now deeply aware of how much Snicket now looks like Lemony Snicket.
Yeah.
Well, let's get these series
on
of unfortunate
spaghetti.
questions underway with the general knowledge round.
Very good.
Question 1. Maya, Eureka, and Sorrento are types of which yellow citrus fruit?
Can you repeat the list?
Maya, Eureka, and Sorrento are types of which yellow citrus fruit?
Banana. I'm gonna go with that guess.
Hey-o, Rebels.
Hello there.
It's a re. Oh no.
He's a
Hello.
Rebels.
How goes your evening? And if you know any answers, please put them into the comments as soon as you come up with them.
How is the cafe doing? Are you still there? Is it still open? Can you even hear us?
That
you
might
can
be
hear-
the better
All of
question.
these questions and more.
If you can hear us, sass us relentlessly. We all deserve it.
If you can hear us, sass Rogue relentlessly. He deserves it.
Just start writing an essay in the comments. We'll come back to it later. Rogue won't know because it doesn't sound like goes with gin.
See, the problem with that is that sadly it's not a reflection on my drinking; it's a reflection on my mother's.
And question 2.
Uh-huh.
We are doing a quiz, aren't we? Yes, sorry.
Question
It
2.
is.
Anil Kumbal was a leading cricketer for which country?
Can you repeat the name, please?
Anil Kumble. And Ree says,
Yeah.
still there sadly, but it's alright. And I've already sassed Rogue.
Let's go with that.
Anil Kumble is a leading cricketer for which country?
Trying to use all my extensive knowledge of cricket.
Oh, wait, no.
Is that the
What
one
the-
with the ball?
I mean, yes.
Oh, good.
Oh, let's go.
So they knock it over the net, and then...
Question 3. In which French city would you find the Musée d'Orsay?
the
I-
Musée d'Orsay.
You
do not.
murdered that pronunciation.
I do not speak French nor pronounce it correctly.
How do you spell it?
Musseedorsay. Jeff, if you would be so kind.
It's Musée d'Orsay.
Musée.
Musée d'Orsay.
Musée
Muesli
d'Orsay.
d'Orsay.
Yes, in which French city would you find the Muesli d'Orsay?
I feel like I'm putting down all the obvious answers here, and therefore they're all wrong.
I apologise to several French people over that pronunciation. But not about the joke calling it muesli.
Yeah, that was God. Oh, God. My,
Like,
my taste
how-
is gone.
How many countries can we mispronounce all of their names in one round?
I mean,
The worst
there's
part is just thinking that there's only really one French city which I know.
there's
Which I think puts me
reasons
on the
I
back
haven't
foot.
done certain rounds.
Ooh, actually, if I could throw this back at the quizmaster, here's a doozy of a question for you. Which city has the second largest population of French people in the world?
I'm gonna guess in Canada somewhere.
I find it a bit more interesting if it was actually France.
I don't know where.
London.
Ah,
Oh,
I mean there is a train right to it, so yeah, that does make sense.
Does that mean John gets no points?
I get to pick the round.
Oh. You already get to pick the round.
Question 4. Which D is the area outside a ship that can be walked on? Which D is the area outside a ship that can be walked on?
Finally, the question put in for me to feel smart.
Rebel says Rogue's bedroom. I don't know if
No,
that's
that
to
doesn't
the.
start with a D.
I don't know whether that's to the French
It's a
cities.
light for me.
Are there a lot of French people in your bedroom, Rogue?
I mean, I can go check.
I know more than usual.
What is the usual amount? Question
Oh,
5. Question 5. Which biblical character was known for his prodigious strength that he derived from his uncut hair? Which biblical character was best known for his prodigious strength that derived from his uncut hair?
Oh, I know this one. Maybelline.
And maybe he was born with it.
Or maybe-
Oh, the sea. Of course it's the sea.
Under the sea, everything's better down where it's wetter.
Take it from me. Oh, God.
Okay, so I'm going Disney, you're going Rapture. Actually, have you ever
Going
seen
somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where.
If anyone's never seen this, the Rapture parody of Under the Sea is absolute gold. If you like Bioshock.
I haven't actually seen that.
Oh, it's ancient, but it's really good.
Question 6. Which actress played Margaret Thatcher in the 2011 film The Iron Lady?
Oh, why did it have to be names?
Which actress played Margaret Thatcher in the 2011 film The Iron Lady?
I mean, this is definitely the wrong answer, but I very nearly wrote down Catherine Tate.
I mean, yes, that's the wrong answer, but also, you know what?
And that would be
Can we see it done?
I'd watch that.
That would almost certainly be a parody movie.
Question 7. Salt Lake City is the capital city of which U.S. state? Salt Lake City is the capital city of which U.S. state?
Right, so I'm going to be coming up with the next round for the next time.
I've started to like this round. It started off with like stuff I didn't know, and now it's like,
It started off with stuff I didn't know, and
it's
has ended with stuff which I didn't know.
See, it's now stuff that I know and can also spout other pointless, useless facts about, but I can't do it without giving the answers away.
Question 8. Who stars as Django in the 2012 film Django Unchained?
Oh.
That's such a good
Wait,
movie.
we're doing that round already?
Oh, why did it have to be names? Okay,
I do love the
because I love that film as well.
It's such a good film. Like the scene where DiCaprio smashes the glass.
Yes.
Magnificent. And I just love the story behind that scene. If people don't already know it.
I do.
He wasn't supposed to, but he did it and ended up breaking his hand or something.
Oh, you know, like, he wasn't meant to break the glass, and they kept that cut because everyone else in the room jumped in fear. And he just
kept
chills
on
out
going.
and pulls glass out of his hand whilst just acting like he meant to do it. And it's just like, what? No! Oh, God.
I haven't watched that film all the way through. I've only made it about halfway through that film.
It is worth watching the whole way through. You do need to finish it.
I found it very episodic in the way it was done.
Yeah.
Definitely watch it in one go. Don't watch it on the same day as 12 Years a Slave, because you will then be very sad.
Question 9. Which television food writer and chef is well known for her lemon drizzle tray bake?
Gordon Ramsay.
And Ree also suggests that Django Unchained was starring Rango the Lizard. Rango as Django.
Can you just repeat that last question again?
And DiCaprio still didn't win an Oscar for that scene.
Yeah.
Which television food writer and chef is well known for her lemon drizzle tray bake? Oh, pardon me.
Okay.
I hate that I can see the faces of both of the answers I want. And I can also know both of them got in trouble for drugs. And I can't remember either of their names. I hate this.
Yeah. Welcome to my world.
Why are my cookbooks in the other room?
Because you appear to be in the living room, not the kitchen where cookbooks are useful.
No, I'm in my office.
You're in your office, and that is not your kitchen where cookbooks would be useful.
I mean,
Unless
I'm pretty sure I have a Tom Kerridge cookbook in here.
Oh,
Question 10.
Does it have a lemon drizzle tray bake?
I don't know. I mean it. Oh, God.
Question 10. The poodle, breed of dog, is thought to have originated in which country? England or Germany? The poodle, breed of dog, is thought to have originated in which country? England or Germany?
I know, I'm thinking the same thing. I'll put down an answer and I don't like it.
I mean, you're pretty much 50-50 here.
See, my name's stuck on Catherine Tate. Like, that's the only name that's coming to mind. And it's like, no, that's not right. That's not even the right question. And I'm like, I could Google the person.
I mean, I'd like to see...
You're cheating.
I'd like to see Catherine Tate play Margaret Thatcher. I don't think she's a good fit for Django. I don't know how her lemon drizzle tray bake is.
But, I mean, she can do a terrifying middle-class impression, so... Or terrified middle-class impression, which is probably more accurate.
Yes.
Are you vaguely ready for some answers, maybe?
No, but give them to us anyway.
Are you at the very least willing to be put out of your misery of not knowing the answers?
As I say, it's going to be good, but I'm going to have a round next time.
Jeff.
Yes.
Maya, Eureka, and Sorrento are types of which yellow citrus fruit?
Is that a lemon?
That is a lemon.
Is that Sorrento is in the city Sorrento?
I believe probably.
Been there. They do look... That area is famous for its lemons.
I assume that one came first and then the other.
Yeah, the lemon came first and then Sorrento, I guess.
Thank you for the follow, MoFX, MOFX4.
MoFX.
Muffix.
MoFX4.
Which also leads me to note that I need to move where Ben is.
He's going to command your place in Cheltenham and move you.
That's good. I've been looking for a place to go. No, up a bit. Down. I'm not in line. That doesn't look right, John.
This is OBS snapping to grid again.
There.
Push.
Now's where I want cartoon physics, just for the sake of just start bouncing here and just drop onto John. It'll work.
Out at one side of the frame, run very quickly, and suddenly you just bounce across the screen.
You just reach out of your frame and over into Jeff's and pull out like a glass of water.
It's just gonna be one of those things. I'm just gonna look down at one point and say, "Oh, so they're the answers."
Rogue.
Just quickly, I was on a Zoom call last year, and because of the way the Zoom call was arranged, like four top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. Someone the guy in the top left corner of the screen put his glass down, and with perfect timing, the guy on the bottom right immediately picked a glass up, and it looked like they handed it up across each other.
That is in the play that the show that goes wrong show, the show that's done by the people that do the play that goes wrong. In their second episode, they did an amazing bit where they do like the two people on a phone with like a bar down the middle of the screen, and they're just doing it sitting next to each other with a wooden bar down the middle of the screen. So they do like hand things over the bar. And it is just so well done. Like the first time they do it, the one of them's like, no.
Oh, the amount of stuff which I've got. I've got to watch that show probably because I've just watched clips and I love it.
Oh, it's such a good show. Anyway,
I've read too many scripts like that. Anyway,
Rogue. Anil Kumble is a leading cricketer for which country?
I'm gonna guess India.
You are correct in that guess.
I put that down at first, and I didn't. It wasn't. I changed my mind to Sri Lanka. Oh, well done.
I think I did the similar thing. I was dreading because I put Pakistan down first, and I was like, statistically more likely to be India.
Ben, name a French city.
Paris.
Correct.
Hey!
This is turning into Shooting Stars now.
Jeff, what D
Yeah.
is the area outside a ship that can be walked on?
Deck.
Correct. Rogue, which biblical character is best known for his prodigious strength that he derived from his uncut hair?
Samson.
Correct. Ben, which actress played Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady?
Dame something else, something or other, but I put down Dame Miriam.
Afraid not.
Didn't
Jeff,
think so.
Is it Meryl Streep?
it was Meryl Streep.
Damn it.
Helen Mirren played the Queen in The Queen.
That's why I put Ellen Mirren down.
Jeff, Salt Lake City is the capital city of which U.S. state?
Utah.
Correct. Rogue, if you wish to furnish us with another fact at this point.
So the Mormons, so Salt Lake City, when it was originally set up, if you know anything about how U.S. states and territories and all that worked, essentially they managed to annoy everyone in the eastern half of the USA, like rather unexpectedly, and including like Jacksonville, Tennessee was like a huge Mormon city at one point. So they went out west because they wanted to practice their religion in peace and whatnot. And so they tried to essentially take what would be Utah, Nevada, Southern California, basically Arizona, and anything that vaguely connected to the Colorado River, and create the state of Deseret.
Yes, because that's how it works.
Well, at the time, that's how it did work. None of those states existed yet.
Yeah.
When you get in there first, you get to name it. Rogue, who stars as Django in the 2012 film Django Unchained?
I believe it's the ineffable Jamie Foxx.
It is.
I got Jamie. I forgot the second.
How many
Now,
X's
the
have
word-
you got at the end of that?
Yeah, that's the important question. How many X's?
Jamie Foxx.
It's got to be 2, I think.
That
Yes,
sounds like 2.
It is 2. 2 is the correct number of X's. Ben, which television chef and food writer is well known for her lemon drizzle tray bake?
I don't think this is the one which we were actually aiming for. It was the only one I could think of.
Wait,
Delia Smith.
No. Jeff.
Mary Berry.
Correct.
Yay! I was trying to
Damn
think.
it.
Mary Berry or Angela Lawson.
I remembered Nigella Lawson's name just as John asked the question then, and I'm like,
Was it?
yes,
That
I've got
was
a
who I
name.
thought it was going to be, and couldn't remember the name.
And
Got me bad name.
finally, question 10. Jeff, the
Hello.
poodle breed of dog is thought to have originated in which country?
Germany.
Yes,
Hey.
apparently.
Dang
Oh.
it.
I assumed it was going to be England because we
Same
were
here.
the weird ones who kind of went, yes, we will now figure out what exactly this breed of dog means. This dog must have this particular set of traits, etc., etc., etc. Now, excuse me, I've just been scandalized by someone's ankle.
Well, we were very much into the whole eugenics and experimentation. That makes it sound worse than it actually is.
You broke up perfectly there because it was just eugenics, silence, experimentation. And it's like, oh dear, this is worse.
So interestingly, I've done a very brief thing of Google searching German poodle, and discovered yes, the poodle is first originated in Germany, Although it is the national dog of France, the poodle actually originated in Germany. The breed name comes from the German word Pudel, or Pudelin, which means to splash in the puddles, or splash in the water.
Not when you say it in this country. Poodling.
In France, the breed is called Caniche, which is French for duck dog.
I mean, that would make sense in puddles.
And it was originally bred as a hunting dog for you to go hunting ducks.
Wow. I never thought using a poodle for hunting.
I mean, hopefully you're not thinking of the toy poodle, because that's slightly more bizarre.
Yeah. It's apparently like the poodle cut, the way they have their fur cut, is designed for function. It's to make them efficient swimmers.
Really?
What, like, it's just a life jacket made of fur?
The problem, like, they have to have the puffs of fur are around the joints and upper torso to protect the vital areas from the cold, but less fur on the other bits means that they are efficient at moving through the water, apparently.
You're only leaving middle bits and parts of the leg. How does that help?
It insulates the bits that it needs to insulate, according to this one website I just looked up.
Just for the sake of nothing else, just thinking like aerodynamics and all this, so surely just having a sort of like blob shape is going to be better than blobby, inny, outy shapey.
See, I'm now just imagining a poodle shaved like the hull of a boat.
We are. We're going to get some answers. We're going to get some. What are we going to get? I'm going to ask you for your points.
Prizes.
Jeff.
Got 9 on that round. Would have been 11. Would have been 10. 11. Would have been 10, but I changed my mind at the last minute, so it's 9.
Ben.
I got 4.
And Rogue.
Lucky 7.
We are
in
gonna
prime position to claim the next.
We're gonna take a quick break. I will be back in a few minutes. We'll play a quick advert in the break. If you are watching along at home, please let the advert play, but also be warned, adverts can be louder than we are allowed to be. So if you're listening on headphones, be prepared for that. If you are a subscriber to us, you don't get adverts, which means you'll get to hear what happens during the break.
Oh no!
I'm gonna not mute the Discord, so you guys are still on. I am gonna find the button that's allows
look at
me.
all those chats. Basically, it's just people's.
Oh boy.
Who was it? Who was the answer to number 9 again?
Mary Berry.
Yeah, I love the fact that Mary Berry did a cookbook with Snoop Dogg.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
And after they did the cookbook together, it was Mary Berry who was sent to prison on a felony.
Wow.
Oh dear.
I
It's
would
Mary
love for that
Berry.
to be a story about. They didn't make one cookbook; they made 2. One for his particular favorite recipes, and one for. And hers had more drugs.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm wrong. It's not Mary Berry. I'm thinking of Martha Stewart.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, they did a cookbook together, and apparently they did a reality show for 2 seasons in 2016.
Why do I immediately get Big Brother in my head?
Because it was the reality TV show that was bombarded into our heads for literally years.
Okay, that's a very valid point, and
Sorry,
a bit too easily gained. I feel, I feel like there was a humorous response there, and you just missed the mark entirely.
I mean, I do know there is a friend of the family who was on Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but she was like some editor years ago. Who
Oh,
made,
right.
like, Yeah, she's a friend of the family by virtue of my dad knew her when they were growing up.
Sorry, I just like the whole thing of I had a friend of the family who was on this the celebrity Big Brother. I can't remember who they are. It's like that's some kind of celebrity right there.
Well, it's a celebrity Big Brother. It's either like D-listers who are just like technically we're well known in our circles, or you know.
I was the thing. I was getting to the point where I think, thanks to my TikTok, I could get onto one of those programs.
I would love to see you on Big Brother, simply because I think it would be so loud.
I think if I'm looking at the advert, I'm back, by the way.
Right.
What?
I think if looking at the timing on the advert play, it went something along the lines of Rogue said, "Mary Berry did a cookbook with Snoop Dogg, ad break."
I mean, it was Martha Stewart.
You
I
see,
was wrong.
that just gives you a reason why you should be watching the live.
Yeah.
You should subscribe, then you can
Right.
watch along. That's what you
Get all
want.
this gold and stuff.
And you can find out all these things.
You can find out what happened after that bit of conversation. But also,
There's
also now, because we've run that ad break, people don't see ad breaks for a little while, which is nice.
Hey.
that's cool.
We're back.
See, I kind of love the idea of Ben on Big Brother, simply because like, I want to see someone run D&D on Big Brother.
That would be. So, did you all bring your dice? No, don't worry. I had some brought in.
Could I-
Fine.
Voices, we've got a task for you. No, go away with.
Could I make the request that if Ben gets on Big Brother, can I DM the house? I'll take over and just like
We just need to get someone now to voice Day 47 in the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
Always-
Just I'm in the Big Brother house, literally just as if people look up. It's
I
day
just have this-
56 in the Big Brother house, and Jonathan's just walked in the room. Will you shut up, Ben?
Ben, it's day 2!
It's the cuts to the diary room. Like, I don't know if they still do the diary room, but it's the cuts to the diary room in the middle of a game of D&D that I'm all here for, where it's just going to be like quintessential D&D rage. It's like, I was going to kill them. Don't do it.
That's where you go for the secret chat. Come, me and you are going to go to the diary room.
I would love to be able like, can we pitch this to I don't know, Channel 4, BBC 3, somebody out there, just like instead of Big Brother, we do the exact same thing as Big Brother, but we take a load of people who play D&D and lock them in a room in character for 2 weeks, and I'll DM it and come up.
Every interaction has to be roleplayed.
And yeah,
it has to be rolled
you're just in character the whole time.
So you want to do a reality show LARP?
Yeah.
Hey, to be fair, now is the time.
It's,
totally
you know,
put that forward.
It's going to be done. We might as well
Put
do
it
it.
forward, and then they'd go to Critical Role to see whether they'd like to do it.
I mean, see, I was going straight for what's his name? Geralt
that's
of Rivia TV show.
Oh, Henry Cavill.
Oh,
Henry Cavill. You know he'd be down for that. You just know it.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
you
he
wanna
probably
do,
would.
Just sort of have it that guest stars can just come in. They are just celebrities who have no idea what's going on. They're sort of like nudged and told at the last minute, by the way, you're playing D&D now. What? D&D? What? This is your character? What? Who? You told me this was an interview!
You walk into a tavern and there's Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart cooking behind the bar.
Oh,
Just love to follow Tom Holland into this, just like just
yeah.
looks very confused and then gets into it, like which actually is just Tom Holland in a nutshell, really, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Just imagine him turning up. I have prepared for this.
I mean, Ben,
What are we doing?
You've got the biggest TikTok here. Get on it.
I love the fact that I've seen this come out on things on social media recently, but him talking about going and doing the screen test for Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers, he's Spider-Man. I don't know if you've noticed this.
Wait, he's Spider-Man?
But it basically says in the script, like, Spider-Man flips into the shot, and then yada yada yada. And he's like, to Chris Evans, like, do I do this? And Chris Evans is like, yeah, right, no, it's going to be CGI'd, and, you know. And then he just, like, walks off and, like, standing flips into the shot. And, like, Chris Evans is like, oh, shit. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed that break and those fun times. But now we're here with round number 2. Round number 2 this month is True or False.
Ooh.
I have a series of statements. You have to tell me if... Yeah, pretty much like that. There we go. You've got the idea of the round.
Yeah, I got a point.
No. So, statement 1. Zaha Hadid is a well-known architect whose projects include the London Aquatics Centre.
Can I get one thing to clarify there? By well-known, do you mean well-known in their field?
Arguably, possibly better known amongst some people who know architects of London, maybe, yes.
I was going to say, if it's really well-known, it's like, no, I have no idea who that is. Okay,
I can't believe you're out of touch with your knowledge of architects, Ben. With your love of civil engineering.
I will, yes. That is an answer.
Yes.
Bully. Yes, that's pretty much what I say every time they say, would you like mayo or not? No, yes. Bully.
Statement 2. Sandro Botticelli is famous for his painting The Adoration of the Magi.
I won't lie. At the last bit, I just feel like I'm doing a quiz with the Churchill dog.
Oh, no. But I just sort of bobbed my head on. Oh, no. Oh, yes.
Statement 3. The Royal Oak, situated in North Yorkshire, is the highest pub in Britain. The Royal Oak, situated in North Yorkshire, is the highest pub in Britain.
I don't know whether you'll actually be able to clarify this point. Still standing? Or ever was?
I am assuming they're going with still standing as an operating pub.
Okay. I might have answered incorrectly. I will stick with my answer and hope for the best.
Question or statement number 4. The Cairngorms is the largest national park in Britain. The Cairngorms is the largest national park in Britain.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be dropping below Ben in this round. I don't know anything.
I don't know.
It's 50-50. You know, even if you don't know it, you've got a pretty good chance at an educated guess.
Or a coin flip.
Yeah.
I don't have a coin, but I do have a dragon.
Heads or
a
tails?
no,
roll
that's-
of dice, and one could be odds and evens. Unless you have a more odd than even die.
I mean, it'll be dragon or that's.
Or you can hold your breath and start counting and see if you come out with an odd or even. But it's constantly go in your head. True, false, and true. And when you breathe, that's the one you go for.
Statement
Ah, numerous
5. Statement 5. Christopher Wren's tomb has an inscription in Latin which means, "Reader, if you seek his monument, look around you." Christopher Wren's tomb has an inscription in Latin which means, "Reader, if you seek his monument, look around you."
And that would kind of make sense if you're in his tomb. Is quite literally the monument.
See, I thought that was going to turn into a very different quote then.
Abandon all hope, all ye who enter.
No, I thought you were going to start the quote. I thought it was going to turn into some version of the Ozymandias quote. Look upon my wonders, mortal, and despair.
You've got to be in the right situation for that one. You get into another room, and all of a sudden, there's a very different statement. I'll let your minds figure that one.
Statement 6. It is generally accepted that the 30th wedding anniversary is celebrated with a gift of ruby. It is generally accepted that the 30th wedding anniversary is celebrated with a gift of ruby.
See, that's why I don't go to those celebrations. They cost too much.
Have you guys seen about the Chinese plates that they've made for the Platinum Jubilee this year?
No.
Are they made out of platinum?
There is a batch of plates that has been printed for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee this year, where they misspelled the very important word on the memorial plate of Jubilee. And so there is a batch of Chinese-made memorial plates that somebody is trying to sell as these will be worth something someday that celebrates the Queen's 70th Jubilee.
Lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly.
Statement 7.
Oh dear.
Statement 7. Christopher Lloyd played the part of Gomez in the 1991 film The Addams Family. Christopher Lloyd played the part of Gomez in the 1991 film The Addams Family.
I very nearly forgot who. Wait. No, I did get it right the first time.
You know who Christopher Lloyd is. He's an actor who may or may not have played Gomez in The Addams Family in 1991.
Thank you. I also know him from his somewhat more famous roles.
Such as Tree in The Wizard of Oz when he was free.
He was a very good tree.
They're still
He's also-
talking about it to this day.
He's up there in like the top 5 crazy old men in movie history.
And he has been since he was a rather young man to be in the film category of crazy old men.
I mean, he's probably the longest standing member.
Probably the founder. I mean, at least of the modern age.
I don't know, there was one of the guys that was in Dad's Army that was like not very old when he was in Dad's Army and just played a very old character.
Oh yeah, what a kind of, I love
Clive
that.
Dunn
Just
yeah, Clive Dunn and Corporal Jones, they made him up to look older than he was.
Yeah.
well, the whole point is they wanted someone who could do stunts. They didn't realize how good an actor he was going to be for the sake of humor. He was literally there just to be the physical,
the guy that they
whenever
could
such a good-
drop
yeah.
things on or drop into
Exactly,
things.
or get him dangling from branches and anything like that. That was what he was pulled in for. And then the acting, he got it to such a point that there were some people who didn't believe his real age.
I think I maybe
And would
maybe one
look
of them.
after him. Apparently, when it came down to some of the first stunts he ever did, you had techs running over to help because they didn't realise.
See, it does takes a lot of skill to get hit properly.
Oh yeah,
Like
I know it takes a lot of practice.
well, no, like one of the oddly enough, not what he's most famous for, but like Hugh Laurie is a fantastic person to hit. Apparently, according to Stephen Fry, who did enjoy hitting him quite a lot, but sadly didn't get hit that much in House.
Question.
Yeah, 2 good hits. One with a bullet.
Question 8. Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger founded YouTube in 2005. Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger founded YouTube in 2005.
I am waiting when it comes down to these quizzes where we just start stealing from other people. Alpha, I'm actually.
You're waiting for that? We've done that.
We did that round.
I know we've done a few of these.
Like, we've literally done the I'm actually round.
I'm literally waiting for when it comes out to literally the entire thing is just one round after, and I was like, I'm actually to quite interesting straight into just a game show.
I mean, I have got one that I want to do that's, I've got a lot of, like, with some of the facts that I've put into, like, some of the questions, I have them written down. I kind of want to go back through my Google document here that's, like, 60 pages long at the moment, and just, like, pick out some of the facts that I've mentioned previously, and do a round based on, well, I've told you the answer.
Oh, that has to be done at one point.
At some point, I've told you the answer to that.
Speaking of things that we'd like to steal, if we go back to the whole cartoon thing, there is a very strong urge for me to want to just break out of my frame and look at. Oh no, I've forgotten names. Look at Jeff's answers, because like I'm feeling Jeff's got all these right again, and I'm like,
no.
nope, all these are wrong.
Question 9. Question 9. The American president Jimmy Carter was also a peanut farmer. The American president Jimmy Carter was also a peanut farmer.
Can you make a clarification on this?
Went out to the field and would milk the peanuts to get peanut butter.
Are we saying in his life or concurrently?
In his life. At some point, he was a peanut farmer.
Cool.
I realise what ITV3 are doing. They just put on back-to-back Pyro Evil Under the Sun, Pyro Death on the Nine, and now it's Pyro Load on the Orient Express, and I've just realised what they're doing.
Ah, beautiful.
Pyro Night?
They're mirroring the films that have just come out.
Ah, I see. Well, it's a clever way of doing things. Let's face it. Use whatever publicized
Have they
around there.
Have they done it in the correct order?
They've done it in
They made a
reverse
prediction
order.
for
They've
them
gone from the
next.
least famous to the most famous. But yeah, it can't be coincidence.
Yeah.
Do we get a point if we know the name of the actor who plays
did
Hercule
that round.
Poirot?
We already done
No.
that round.
No, we have done a round on Poirot.
And you have to be a bit more specific which actor.
Ah, there you go. I was hoping someone was going to make that point.
Question 10.
There have been 6, I believe.
There's only one true Poirot.
Yeah. Albert Finney.
Ooh. Those fighting words.
Question 10. The first name of the legendary Western gunfighter Doc Holliday was actually John. The first name of the legendary Western gunfighter Doc Holliday was actually John.
No idea. So I'm going to say Flibble.
That is not one of the two answers, Jeff. Ben,
Yeah.
one of you. Ah.
Feel free to mix us up. I don't mind winning.
Yeah, I don't mind choosing the next round.
Okay.
Mix us up. It's very important that Jeff doesn't lose.
Okay, Rogue. Actually, are we ready for answers? Does anybody want anybody repeated?
I think we're good. Yes.
I think it's all right.
Good.
Rogue.
Who's it gonna be?
Zaha Hadid is a well-known architect whose projects include the London Aquatics Centre.
True.
Correct. She was a architect born in Baghdad in Iraq and was a major figure in architecture in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, working on such things as the London Aquatic Centre, Vitra Fire Station, the 1000 Museum.
What about the other 999?
She just did the one.
Oh, that's
And it just happens to be the 1000.
Lilium Tower. Yeah. She was an architect.
I don't know any of these buildings.
No, neither do I.
Ben.
But I'm sure they're pretty. Yes.
Sandro Botticelli is famous for his painting The Adoration of the Magi.
I had no idea, so I put true.
I'm afraid the answer is false.
Dang it.
Boo. I boo at that.
Sandro Botticelli was a painter.
Pantar, right?
A painter.
A pantar. We
Possibly.
now need to make a bard who is a pantar.
A painter.
I mean, evidently he didn't have the eye for the Magi.
Most famous for his work, The Birth of Venus.
Oh.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire.
Your desire.
Jeff.
Hello.
The Royal Oak, situated in North Yorkshire, is the highest pub in Britain.
True.
False. The highest pub in Britain is the Tan Hill Inn.
Is that in Aberdeen?
That is also in Yorkshire.
Oh.
What?
I think.
Yorkshire's not that tall.
Rogue, I think you might want to boot your camera a bit.
Oh,
Or John might want to boot the camera a bit.
I will.
Hello.
I must admit, there was a reason why I was asking about whether it was a still standing one, because
Better.
there was someone who made a portable pub and took it up Ben Nevis. So basically they end up having a pub up Ben Nevis, in which case that would technically probably be the higher.
The Tan Hill Inn is at the top of a 1,732-foot tall hill.
They don't get too many clients, because no one wants to walk back.
And were they...
I wonder if they have like a cart that you can just get in to roll back down the hill. So in the
Trust me,
beginning,
after you've had enough drinks, you'll roll down anyway.
you get in the cart, you pull yourself up on a rope, and then at the end of the evening, you're drunk, you're dumped in the wagon, they release the brakes, and off you go. Once you're at the bottom, you're someone else's problem.
They are also... Tan Hill Inn is also well known for last year when people got snowed in to said pub for 3 days during Storm Arwen. after having gone to the pub to attend an Oasis tribute band.
Oh dear. 3 days of Wonderwall. No one deserves that.
They were stuck in the Tanhill Inn with the Oasis tribute band Noasis.
Oh dear.
I saw the whole concert, today was gonna be the day that I'm gonna run back to you. Let us out. By now you should have run out and realised what to do.
Quick, get the shovels, anything! Anything to stop
Can we
it!
resort to cannibalism already, please?
I'm sure the judge would understand.
They did also add that on their Twitter, when they escaped the building, Noasis have left the building, thanks to everybody here, and also Mountain Rescue.
They were kicked out into a cart which rolled down the hill.
Hashtag Snoasis. So that was a thing.
Right.
Ben!
Yes.
The Cairngorms is the largest national park in Britain.
But no idea, so I went true.
Correct.
Yay!
Jeff.
Yes.
Christopher Wren's tomb has an inscription in Latin which reads, "Reader, if you seek his monument, look around you."
True.
Correct. Where is his
Paul's
monument? Yes.
St. Paul's Cathedral.
He was another architect. He
So,
rebuilt a lot of London.
I'm guessing that H in his is a capital H.
Sadly, not in the bit that I have written down, but
I mean, if it's all capitalized, then Christopher Wren deserves, kudos for the sheer chutzpah to suggest that he's being very pious and talking about this is Jesus's monument. Nah, it's mine.
it's mine.
It's mine. Can't you read?
I mean, technically, when it comes down to it, it could be. Just for the sake, it could well be that. I have heard some of these stories where an atheist has built a better church than a person of belief and blood or designed this. And it's, when it comes down to it, it's a design of beauty and all that side of things. It's an architecture's thing. It could be him literally saying, no, this is what I have given for whatever reason. I don't think it's the case, not in this one, but if I remember correctly.
Rogue. It is generally accepted that the 30th wedding anniversary is celebrated with a gift of ruby.
I've got no idea. I went with true.
It is false.
Oh,
What?
I was right.
Isn't it the
What?
60th?
The
It's just
30th
not generally
is...
accepted. No one wants it.
The 30th is pearl.
Ah.
Okay, in all seriousness, does anyone actually follow these rules?
No, probably not.
I think you'd have to be rather rich first.
At some point, it stops being widely accepted and just starts being old people 200 years ago said you should do this.
Ruby is the 40th.
And that's when you have no friends coming around giving you gifts anymore.
This is why you should do the valuable ones early. Because then you bankrupt your neighbours.
Well, first wedding anniversary is paper.
See, that one's simple. That's nice and easy. Just for the sake of people just sending back the thank you notes from the wedding.
Ben.
It should be bacon.
Ben.
Bacon would be good unless you're vegetarian.
I'll explain after the questions.
Ben.
Okay. Yes.
Christopher Lloyd played the part of Gomez in the 1991 film The Addams Family.
False.
Correct. He was Uncle Fester.
Yes. Best Fester as well. Certainly my favourite.
Jeff.
Yes.
Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger founded YouTube in 2005.
True.
It is false. They founded Wikipedia.
I must say, I was racking my head as when did YouTube start?
It's the advantage of having too many emails from Jimmy Wales to know, nope, you don't give a rat's ass about YouTube. You do not like YouTube at all.
I mean, I just think, isn't he the one that's always asking on Wikipedia for money to keep Wikipedia running? It's like the Jimmy Wales Foundation or something.
Yeah, that's it's Wikipedia Foundation
That like signed
owns and
Jimmy.
operates it. Yeah.
Question 9, Rogue. The American president Jimmy Carter was also a peanut farmer.
True.
Correct.
Importantly, and why I asked for the clarification, he was not concurrently while he was president because the Republicans were like, "You can't have two jobs.
Yes.
You can't." And so he basically gave up his peanut farm, which
Maybe a good thing. He had an allergy.
I mean, you'd think that might have shamed them into asking Donald Trump to not run all his businesses whilst president, but
Oh, that would have been hilarious. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that one. No, but my tower, no.
I mean, technically he didn't, but he just put someone else in charge of them and like told them what to do anyway. But anyway, there is actually, if you go to Georgia in the US, you can go and find the Jimmy Carter peanut statue. Which is a statue dedicated to him. And
the one with the top hat, the monocle, and the cane on the peanut.
No, it's just a peanut with a giant toothy smile.
Oh, that sounds creepier somehow.
It is just a 4-meter tall peanut. With a giant toothy smile and a hole cut into the backside of it, which, according to urban legend, was cut in by the United States Secret Service to ensure there were no explosives or assassins hiding inside the giant peanut.
Right.
I can't verify.
That's what you want to be remembered for as a president.
The giant peanut with a hole in it.
Peanut with a hole in its backside.
Ben.
Yes.
The first name of the legendary Western gunfighter Doc Holliday was actually John.
I had no idea, so I said true.
Correct. His full name was John Henry Holliday. He was an American gambler, gunfighter, and dentist.
That is an odd collection of titles.
It's a real selection of jobs.
Isn't Doc Holliday used? But I think Doc Holliday is actually one of the inspirations for the character in Django Unchained. Not obviously Django, but because I think he's disguised as a dentist wagon, isn't he?
He is disguised as a dentist wagon, yes. I'm unsure. I would assume possibly. He also, Doc Holliday himself, was famously involved in the events that led up to and followed the gunfight at the OK Corral.
Ooh.
He developed a reputation for having killed more than a dozen men in various altercations, but maybe that was just stories that people told.
Potentially.
Who can say?
Doc
very
Holliday.
difficult.
Well, probably Doc Holliday could have
would
said.
if he was on. Yeah.
But also, you've then got to rely on him to tell you the truth.
I mean, as long as it's okay. Now that you're back in the channel, can you start working on that necromancy we talked about? We need to get it straight from the skeleton's chattering bones.
You might need to also put in a voice box.
We'll just do like Morse code. Teach it Morse code, and then it can just clack its teeth together.
As well as that, if its brain's decomposed, it might not remember or follow orders.
Oh no. Maybe it'll remember how to be a good gunslinger. Oh no.
Maybe it'll remember how to be a dentist.
I mean, luckily, when it comes down to it, it doesn't have any muscles, so it wouldn't be able to move.
Anyway. Jeff, how did you do that round?
I got 4 that round. Boo.
Ben, how did you do that round?
I got 9.
Oh wow. Nice.
Well done.
Rogue, did you get 6?
No, I got 8.
Oh.
Sorry to disappoint you there.
Oh wow. It's the first time I've ever been level pegging. Yeah.
No, at the start of the quiz, you were at 0.
Yeah, but Jeff's always ahead at the beginning.
And now we go into a round titled Opening Lines, where I'm going to deliver the opening lines from several famous films, and you are going to tell me what the film is and which actor said it.
Are they 2 separate points?
They are going to be 2 separate points. You get a point for what the film was, and a point for which actor said it.
Okay.
Thank God it's the actor, not the character.
Yes.
I wish it was the other way round. Okay, let's go for this.
Okay, let's make it fair. I will take either the actor or the character.
Okay.
Let's.
Can
I will
we
have
get-
to. I
we
will
get
have
3
to
points
look it
if
up.
we do all 3?
No. I will have to look it up what the actors are for some of them, because I didn't have that written down. I don't know.
How is this round rude to you, Rebels?
Rebels wanted it to be the
depends on
character.
film. Yeah, when it comes to it can be rude. It just depends on the movie. There's a whole industry out there. You got a pattern.
Okay, question 1, or opening line number 1. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster. Question 2. Ah yes, that classic opening line from Toy Story.
Damn it! I thought it was Finding Nemo.
Question 2. I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me.
That's a really strong opening line.
That really is.
I mean, that's just like I'm just. I appreciate that energy. Like, you know what? Yeah, that's good.
I mean, it's a strong energy and a strong self-belief. It's brilliant.
But who
Strong,
said it? And in
delusional.
which film?
Oh, Finding Nemo was referencing Toy Story. That makes sense. Anyway, let's see.
See, this is where I find out there's actually someone who's made a cinematic version of Atlas Shrugged.
Question 3.
It's not, but very that energy.
Question 3. Last night I dreamt I went to Mandalay again.
Hmm.
Last night I
it's always
dreamt I
good.
went to Mandalay again.
You did say famous movies, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm was having the same thought.
Question 4. There was me, that is Alex, and my 3 drogs. That is Pete, Georgie, and Dim, and we sat in the Korova milk bar trying to make up our Rassadukes what to do with the evening. There was me, that is Alex, and my 3 droogs. That is Pete, Georgie, and Dim, and we sat in the Korova milk bar trying to make up our Rassadukes over what to do with the evening.
Anyone confident that they got even 1 point yet?
So far, now 1 point.
Yeah, as of this question, yes.
Oh, my God. That's the one. I completely lost myself on this one.
Question 5. My father's name was John Kinsella. It's an Irish name. He was born in North Dakota in 1896 and never saw a big city until he came back from France in 1918. He settled in Chicago, where he quickly learned to live and die with the White Sox. I'd have to remember the opening lines of a lot more films to be able to do that. My father's name was John Kinsella. It's an Irish name. He was born in North Dakota in 1896 and never saw a big city until he came back from France in 1918. He settled in Chicago, where he learned to live and die with the White Sox.
Some of these answers are going to be complete nonsense, but whatever. Starting with that one.
I'm already reusing answers.
Oh
Wait,
dear.
you've got answers?
Question 6. People are always asking me if I know Tyler Durden. People are always asking me if I know Tyler Durden.
Oh crap! What's his name?
Good actor. Got his face in my memory.
Yeah, same thing here.
Ree says, one that I know! Yay!
See, I remember the other actor. I remember his name very clear.
Trying to remember the name as well. The character would do.
Yeah, what was the character's name that said that line?
Hilariously, I think I remember all of the rest of the cast, like at least 3 other members of that cast's name.
When it came down to that film, it was literally designed for the concept of you ignore you ignore him. He's not meant to be the interesting part of the film.
So what's his name?
Well, that's the thing, is he is, but the problem is that this film
exactly what I was thinking.
suffers from
he
suffers from Dracula syndrome.
You understand, John? Can we get a half a point? Because technically,
no, because his character does have a name, or his character is named.
Yeah, so's his actor, but I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, question 7. Now, I want you to remember that no bastard ever won a war by dying for his country. He won it by making the other poor bastard die for his country.
Okay, John, but what's the quote? um,
I hate that I know this quote. Mainly because like it's been used in like 100 films. It's such a good line.
What, really?
Now, I want you to remember that no bastard ever won a war by dying for his country. He won it by making the other poor bastard die for his country.
I'm not feeling confident for this round.
Question 8. After I killed him, I dropped the gun in the Thames, washed the residue off my hands in the bathroom of a Burger King, and walked home to await instructions.
Wow.
And I will repeat that.
That's a powerful start as well.
I'll repeat that after I look up what the guy's name is.
I will say, the stronger start has been number 2, but that is a close contender.
Yeah. Let's see.
After I killed him, I dropped the gun in the Thames, washed the residue off my hands in the bathroom of a Burger King, and walked home to await instructions.
Teletubbies, the movie.
That sort of line has strong Guy Ritchie energy.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's a director and not actually in any of his films, but, like, it's something you'd expect in one of his films.
Question 9. Please, sir, I want some more.
You said these were opening lines.
Yeah?
Yeah, when it comes down to it, there is a version of it where that is the first line. Everything else is just set up with images. Very powerful scene. In fact, technically, you could argue that some of the other versions as well.
I think this is where I wanted to not be what I've written down. It's actually like some twist on like 50 Shades of Grey, or the much better film, The Secretary. Which
Like, if it was one of those films, it's amazing how quickly it got to the point.
And finally, question 10. It all began on New Year's Day in my 32nd year of being single. Once again, I found myself on my own and going to my mother's annual turkey curry buffet. Every year she tries to fix me up with some bushy-haired middle-aged bore, and I feared this year would be no exception.
Again, what's the quote? What's the actual...
Oh, shit! Jesus!
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's mean.
Sorry, that was just a diary entry from a few years ago. Should do a turkey curry buffet. That sounds interesting.
Not as much as you think.
I mean, at least one time, maybe. Not like annually. Are you ready to be put out of your misery, or would you like any quotes repeated?
Number 8, please.
Number 8. Let's try it in another accent for you. No, I'm just going to do it in the same accent, apparently. It's the only one that I've got tonight. After I killed him, I dropped the gun in the Thames, washed the residue off my hands in the bathroom of a Burger King, and walked home to await instructions. After I killed him, I dropped the gun in the... No, that's not working. After I killed him, I dropped the gun in the Thames, washed the residue off my hands in the bathroom of a Burger King, and walked home to await instructions.
Yep, definitely My Little Pony.
Now that's a version I want to watch.
Piggy Pie, family on the
I mean,
way.
that is true, actually. Unc did do curry this year for Boxing Day. But it wasn't turkey curry.
That's throwing a random guess.
I think the December meal that I actually enjoyed the most, it wasn't strictly Christmas, it was this thing called Candle Nights that a few of my mates did. Fish pie and gammon works surprisingly well together.
Huh.
It does,
I was
doesn't
not
it?
expecting that.
I mean, I'm considering when I've got a couple of friends coming over in a few weeks doing turkey legs. So that's good eating. Okay, question 1. Ben.
I put down The Irishman and Robert De Niro.
No. Jeff, would you like to be reminded of the line?
I put can do. Yep, why not? Yep.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I went for True Romance, Christian Slater.
Rogue.
I don't remember the film title, but I think it's Tom Hardy from that film about the Cray twins.
No.
It's going to be a high-scoring round, isn't it?
It's Goodfellas,
Oh.
and it was said by Ray Liotta,
Huh.
who played Henry Hill in said film. So quote number 2. I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me. Jeff.
I had no idea. Nothing.
Rogue.
Atlas Shrugged.
Ben.
A Room by Tommy Wiseau.
That was The Departed. And that was Jack Nicholson, who played Costello in said film.
Oh dear, I might
Was
not
that
have
with
got
Abbott?
I might not have got the next answer right. Jack Nicholson's got put down for that.
Okay, well, I'm going to start with Rogue now. Rogue. Last night I dreamt I went to Mandalay again.
I put down Thin Red Line with Jack Nicholson.
Ben.
No idea about the actor, but I put down Gone with the Wind.
And Jeff.
Sounds familiar, but I couldn't get anything out of it.
That was Joan Fontaine in Rebecca.
Oh, that's why it sounds familiar.
Where she played Mrs. De Winter.
Of course.
For some reason, it just sounded to me like a detective thing on one of those 1950s.
Oh yes, definitely.
I forget who I'm meant to be asking this one first, so Ben. There was me, that is Alex, and my 3 droogs, that is Pete, Georgie, and Dim, and we sat in the Korova milk bar trying to make up our Rassadukes what to do with the evening.
Well, it's A Clockwork Orange.
Correct.
And for the sake, Alex is about the only thing which I thought, going by the quote Hugh Lindsay said.
I think that's...
I couldn't remember whether there was a surname.
I think rather unfairly he is just called Alex. Yes, he does say it in the opening dialogue there.
That's the beauty.
Can anyone tell me who played him?
Malcolm McDowell.
Correct.
So, how many points is that for everything?
2.
I put a very different answer down.
Oh, what did you get? Come on, we're gonna know.
The Goonies.
Yes, that's a very different film.
Mind you, I would love to see the Goonies act out The Clockwork Orange.
I've
style.
we've also had the request that we get the quotes again before we answer. So, Jeff, my father's name was John Kinsella. It's an Irish name. He was born in North Dakota in 1896 and never saw a big city until he came back from France in 1918. He settled in Chicago, where he quickly learned to live and die with the White Sox.
Nope.
Rebolt is questioning what version of the Goonies you've seen.
Look at the Rassadukes and drinking milk. I forgot about that in Clockwork Orange. I'm like, I mean, American teenagers might be drinking milk and milkshakes and stuff.
Rogue, did you get anything for this question? Number 5.
I have gone with Constantine and the actor as Keanu Reeves.
Ben.
I went for the Irishman and Robert De Niro.
I will just point out that if you've put that down a lot, then no.
I put it down twice. I literally only for the first one. It was like, oh, that sounds like it could be the Irishman.
That was Kevin Costner in Field of Dreams, where he played Ray Kinsella. And if he builds it, they will come.
Oh, wait. I think I just got the name for number 6.
Oh, good, because it's now time for number 6.
I probably got it wrong.
Rogue. People are always asking me if I know Tyler Durden.
So, I'm confident that it's from Fight Club.
You are correct on that.
Is the actor Richard Norton?
No. But close. Ben.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, I know it's Norton. I couldn't remember the life of me the first name.
Jeff.
Edward.
Ed Norton, or Edward Norton.
And what's his character just called, the narrator or something?
His character is just called the narrator.
Oh.
Can I get half a point for that?
I could have sworn there was a line in there which is that I am so-and-so's empty shell, referring to himself.
Anytime he refers to himself, it skips. Like, the film skips because he is Tyler Durden.
Oh, I know that, but when it came down
Spoilers.
to it, I swear there's a line there.
Rogue, I think Rebels is questioning your answer.
I mean, I didn't get it right. I've got the last name right. I've got the face right. I just didn't get the first name right. Okay, calm down.
Ben. Now, I want you to remember that no bastard ever won a war by dying for his country. He won it by making the other poor dumb bastard, die for his country.
Yeah, when it comes to that, I had no idea, so I put down Full Metal Jacket.
No, but I like the energy. Jeff.
I tried Apocalypse Now.
Rogue.
Black Hawk Down?
It is Patton. And that was George C. Scott as General George S. Patton Jr.
Patton, not Patton.
They really looked far for that name, didn't they?
They did. Question 8. Jeff.
Yes.
After I killed him, I dropped the gun in the Thames, washed the residue off my hands in the bathroom of a Burger King, and then walked home to await instructions. And Rebel says, right, I must depart for walking home. Rat love and let them know who wins.
Okay. The Irishman, Robert De Niro.
No. Rogue.
I almost want to say the same thing. No, I've gone with Hitman.
No. Ben.
Duckneys versus zombies.
It's in Bruges.
And
that's in London.
That was Colin Farrell.
No. I wrote that and then convinced myself. No. They don't say anything until they get there, and nothing is mentioned about a. Oh, damn it!
That is Colin Farrell as Ray in Bruges.
Oh yeah, as a point when it comes down to it, for the Fight Club one, as I was saying, He does say, "I am Jax," but it's actually a phrase. It isn't his name. Jack is just a pseudonym which he's created. So, yeah.
Yeah. Ben.
Never mind.
Please, sir, I want some more.
That is Oliver in Oliver.
That is Oliver in Oliver. I believe everything that's said up until that point is a song, which they aren't counting as words.
Dialogue. Yeah.
As I say, there is actually a film out there which isn't a musical adaptation. First words. Please, sir, can I have some more? And it is a very dark and powerful film.
The actor in question is Mark Lester in the film that everybody knows. And finally, Jeff.
Wait. I need to ask one question about scoring here, because I have specifically put Oliver Twist down twice, and I don't know whether or not we count that is going to be accepted. Oh, mighty Quizmaster.
The character's name is Oliver Twist, so you get a point for that one. I'll give you the point for the film. The film is technically just called Oliver.
I will take that.
But I'll give the point. I'll be nice.
Yay!
Out of that, otherwise I'm really lacking.
And finally, question 10, Jeff. It all began on New Year's Day in my 32nd year of being single. Once again, I found myself on my own and going to my mother's annual turkey curry buffet. Every year she tries to fix me up with some bushy-haired, middle-aged bore, and I feared this year would be no exception.
Horror in the Orient Express, only on Final Boss Fights, Twitch.
I feel a shameless plug energy coming off of that, but not a right answer, I'm afraid.
When you sing New Year, I don't know what came over me.
Rogue.
I've got nothing down here, but there's a little bit of me that wants this to be my big fat Greek wedding.
Ben.
I put down Bridget Jones's Diary and Bridget Jones.
Correct.
Really?
Yes.
Like, what?
Yes, that is the correct answer, Ben.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, Christ, wait. I'm the same age as Bridget Jones?
In Bridget
Oh,
Jones's
no.
Diary, yes. Or at least
wow.
when it all began.
Oh dear, I do not look like Colin Firth. I need to work on that.
Right. Plastic surgery might help.
I mean, I was just going to start with this. Just quick!
Okay, let's
Stop something iron on screen.
let's update the scores. Jeff.
6 out of 20 on that one.
So that brings you up to 19. Ben.
I got 7 out of 20 on that one.
Well, pulling into the lead, it's Ben. Rogue, how did you do?
3.
Staying in the
won
lead,
one.
but with 1 point between them.
Wow.
So, going in...
No, not
Right.
staying in the league. I am in last now.
Yeah, no. Ben is staying in the lead, but there is literally 1 point between each of you. Okay.
Ken, how do you feel? Are you enjoying this?
The worst part is I was thinking I came up with a perfect thing for the sake of a new round. Sort of at least a bit fair, but it's certainly on my advantage. I got ready.
Well, we'll see how this next round goes. This is a round on video games.
Donkey Kong.
Damn it, changing that question.
Monopoly.
And that one. Okay,
Who sticks?
question 1. What year was the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES, released? What year was the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES, or SNES, or however you wish to pronounce it, released?
One day I really should start taking note of these irrelevant dates.
It is sort of one of those, like, when was the Battle of Bosworth Field? It's like, I know what's important about that battle, but, like, what? It's on the 23rd of August last month? I don't know.
It's one of those things that's my exact opinion when it came down to history. Now, history entertains and I find it very interesting. It's more, surely we're meant to learn the stories about history so we don't redo the same mistakes. It's not about the dates. Surely.
Yeah, like we learnt in school, the highest mortality rate in a single surgery was 300%.
Wasn't that the surgeon, the assistant, and the patient?
It was the patient, the assistant, and a member of the audience.
Oh no! I just like the idea that up until like 2019, people were saying it'd be cool to live through a historical event. No, not like that. Not like that. Not this one. Not like that.
I think we've been living through historical events since 2010.
Oh yeah. One day, when our children's children... Grandpa, do you remember the pandemic? Flashbacks, PTSD. Dear God, child, let me tell you.
It only finished last week.
So we believe. So Boris tells us.
What? Question 2, to bring us back onto happier times. What food was the character Pac-Man modelled after? What food was the character Pac-Man modelled after?
I was going to put down the wrong answer due to another game referencing it. And now I'm questioning this answer.
See, I've got an answer that makes sense, and then there's one that's tickling the back of my brain going,
but what about
is
me?
That in English? It's like, what is this answer me in English?
Question 3. How much did a virtual reality device cost in 1980?
Ooh.
How much did a virtual reality device cost in 1980?
Is this sort of Price is Right rules?
Yeah, I'll go Price is Right for this one. Specifically, if you want to, argue over what virtual reality device I'm discussing with this question, it's a virtual reality device titled the iPhone 1. But spelt out I, not letter I.
Oh. Okay. That's someone else, then.
See, I like the idea that it's actually spelled I, but AYE, because it was just like, right, the only virtual reality we can give you is being a pirate.
All
aye, aye, sir.
Yar,
Aye. Yeah.
Question 4.
Oh god, that just got like the whole... God.
Ben's having pirate flashbacks.
So it's that Peter Pan goes wrong by the wrong company. Put the pirate accent on far too far. Ah, you Rather you get this suit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, you did the suit.
The sword?
The sword. The sword.
Question 4. In the original Legend of Zelda game, why was the maximum amount of rupees set at 255?
Okay, how specific are we required to be here?
As specific as you wish to write down an answer.
So why was it limited to what, sorry?
Why was the maximum amount of rupees set to 255? Question 5. What is the name of the Siren character in Borderlands?
Let's see.
Not the right answer, but now I've got Dolly Parton in my head.
Yep, it's not Dolly Parton.
No, I meant Jolene.
Ah.
It's also not Jolene.
It's also not that. No. I mean, neither of those are the right answer.
Although, admittedly, I that would be very Borderlands to have just randomly Dolly Parton playing.
Question 6. What ailment was Nintendo sued and lost for, resulting in payouts?
Ooh.
What ailment was Nintendo sued for and lost the case, resulting in payouts?
Oh.
I should know more of this stuff. I've 2 degrees in the topic. Oh, I mean, I know how to make them. Doesn't mean I know the history.
Yeah, sadly, there's none of these questions are going to be, and now code me Snake.
And when it came down to learning the history, was it more about what went wrong and how not to do it, or the dates and figures?
I mean, there's very fun stuff about the first programmers, but I don't want to go into that just in case that's actually part of John's questions.
Oh, yeah, we'll find out in a minute.
As he quickly scribbles out notes.
Question 7. What Mortal Kombat character was created based off of a widely circulated rumor, but was actually an unintentional error code in the original arcade version?
Oh.
Which Mortal Kombat character was created based off of a widely circulated rumor that was actually referencing an unintentional error code in the original arcade version?
What characters are in Mortal Kombat?
I mean, that would be telling, wouldn't it?
That's why I'm asking, because I have no
Very,
idea.
yes.
Question 8. The Obama campaign paid for in-game advertising in which video game?
Which year?
Presumably whilst it was in presidency.
2008.
Makes no difference. I still don't know, but like.
It narrows it down.
Can you remind me question number 7 again? Sorry.
Question number 7 was what Mortal Kombat character was created based off of a widely circulated rumor, but was actually an unintentional error code in the original arcade version?
Thank you.
See, the Obama one's interesting because, like, if it had been 2012, that would be really kind of a bit bizarre. It's like, ah, yes, for my re-election, I will now use video games.
Question 9. What was the original intention of The Sims? What was the original intention of The Sims?
Oh, I think the sensor's connected to Spore. More directly than just, same company.
What was the original intention of The Sims? And finally, question 10 of round 50 of the pub quiz, since I started numbering them this way. How many people sing in the opening song to Skyrim?
Oh.
How many people sing in the opening song to Skyrim?
Well, that's a guess.
So I'm just going to try and count all the individual voices. Right?
Well, this is the problem, is that, like, the song I associate with Skyrim, I don't think is the opening song. It was used in a lot of the advertisements, but it's not the same piece.
Are you ready for some answers?
Put me out of my misery.
Go on,
Yeah, I think it's along those lines as well.
Jeff.
Yes.
What year was the SNES released?
If my memory of Loading Ready Run serves me correctly, 1991?
You are correct.
Dang.
Rogue.
That rap they did on the entire history of video gaming is great.
Rogue. What food was the character Pac-Man modelled after?
I've put cheese, but there's part of my brain that wants to say something called Paku Paku.
Ben.
I put down that it's a pie, and I can add in an extra point. Paku Paku is actually the word for the sake of actually the mouth movement, as in open, close, open, close. That was the reason why it's called. The reason they changed it for the sake was coming over to Pac-Man rather than Paku is because it was P-U-C, not P-A. So it could easily be turned in. Well, yeah. But I put pie.
Jeff.
I said egg.
Pac-Man's creator Toru Iwatani was eating a pizza.
Damn it.
When he came up with the shape of Pac-Man.
I knew it was taking a slice out of something. I thought it was going to be...
Yeah, it's a good bet. Yeah, it definitely was like, I've taken a slice out of... Ah!
Might explain why there's an eye on it as well. That was the pepperami.
Sorry, that was just a fantastic sound, John. Oh dear.
Ben, how much did a virtual reality device cost in 1980, specifically the iPhone 1?
I had no idea, so I put £500.
Jeff.
I said £800.
Rogue.
I went with $1,000.
I mean, by Price is Right rules, Rogue, you get a point. It was 49,000.
Jeez.
Whoa!
I'm kind of glad I changed. I'm kind of glad I changed my answers because originally I went full Dr. Evil and went $1 billion. but that seemed a little high.
Just a little.
49,000 even in 1980. That's a huge amount of money.
Yeah, that's
That's like $1 million today.
For 150 today, 150,000.
Who knows?
Go away. Yes, I accept your cookies. Calculate me the money. That would be roughly based on inflation about $167,187.52.
Interesting.
Nicely done, Jeff.
According to in2013dollars.com, that has actually updated since 2013. Just not the name of the website. Jeff.
Hello.
In the original Legend of Zelda game, why is the maximum amount of rupees set at 255?
If I've got the wording right, it's the maximum integer size you can put in a byte of memory.
Correct. It is a restraint of the integer values of an 8-bit system. So it was the highest number they could store.
Which is also why Gandhi flies off the handle at you if you're too nice at him in Civilization.
Yes. Very similar reason.
I mean, that's technically a memory overflow and about unsigned values.
And that's why you should always make sure your memory values are set up properly.
But yeah, I do love that one because it's just like, yes, we'll set his value to 0, and then everyone's aggression drops by 1 when nuclear weapons become a thing.
Oh wait, we should have thought of this.
This is a story I tell people to write so that they write unit tests.
I should write more unit tests. Rogue, what is the name of the Siren character in Borderlands?
I don't know the official name, but I insist this is a trick question because in the original Borderlands you can name your character.
No.
Yes, you can. You can name all your characters. Mordecai does not need to be called Mordecai, etc., etc. Because they are not referred to by name.
Lydia.
Jeff.
No.
It was Lilith.
Damn.
What question was that one again?
That was number 5.
Okay, I see what's happening.
And technically, when you play a game, you don't have to accept that their name is really their name, but it is still placed down.
They are also like characters in the other games, and they have their names in those games.
Well, yeah, but like it was Borderlands 1. If you're talking about that,
Yeah.
and they are never referred to by their names.
And they get introduced. I remember one just for sake of seeing Brick for the first time.
Ben.
Yeah?
What ailment was Nintendo sued for and lost, resulting in payouts?
I couldn't remember exactly what the ailment was. I think it was over the virtual book. And it was something to do with the way that the virtual reality wasn't working thanks to the red lines. I put it down as motion sickness.
Jeff.
I thought it was epileptic fits.
Rogue.
I also put down epileptic fits.
I have down, but I'm looking it up now. I can't see anything on them being sued over the Virtual Boy, but what they did get sued over, and did lose the case for and had to make payouts for, was Mario Party. And people getting blisters on their hands for the games where you had to roll your hand over the controller.
Oh.
Okay.
Causing a blister on the palm of people's hands. Rogue, on a similar note, you should ask my brother about the time he played Marvel vs. Capcom to the point of getting a hole in the palm of his hand. in the arcade.
Oh, beautiful.
Because that is a thing that happened.
Blimey.
Oh, dear.
Um,
See, being Japan, I was half expecting somebody to defer them to get sued over the rise of neat culture. Which, if anybody knows what that is, I'm sorry for you.
Mhm.
yes, anyway, carrying on. Jeff,
Hello.
what Mortal Kombat character was based off a largely circulated rumour, but was actually an unintentional error code in the original arcade version?
Ermac.
Correct. Ermac, or the red scorpion ninja, was named Ermac. It stands for error macro.
Yep.
And basically,
I remember it was that.
in the original arcade version, it would bring up a list of statistics for the arcade cabinet, and one of them mentioned the sightings of the character Lizard, and another mentioned Ermac, and often would have a 0, and people would assume that that was a hidden character that hadn't been cited on that cabinet, and it was just an error macro.
And I put bot.
At least you had something.
Rogue. The Obama campaign paid for in-game advertising in which game?
World of Warcraft?
Ben.
Halo.
Jeff.
Gran Turismo.
It was Burnout Paradise.
Oh.
Oh.
They had billboards in Burnout Paradise that if you played the game from Ohio, Florida, Iowa, Colorado, Indiana, Montana, North Carolina, New Mexico, Nevada, or Wisconsin, you would see billboards telling you to go and vote for Obama, and that voting was a thing you could do.
I don't like that Burnout Paradise is that old a game.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. We're just old.
Ben,
Yeah.
what was the original intent of The Sims?
I have wondered whether it was a home design simulator.
Yes,
Oh, it was.
it was.
Oh.
It was originally created as an architecture simulator or a house designing game, and the Sims were created to evaluate how the architecture designs worked.
Ah.
And then I guess they went, "Oh, this is quite fun."
Apparently so.
I mean, that's basically how most people I know play it.
Yeah.
So they did what they wanted.
And Jeff,
Hello.
how many people sing in the opening song to Skyrim?
I'm gonna take a punt and say 1.
Rogue
20?
and Ben.
I remember that when it came down to this was a proper choir, and I'm pretty sure it was a. I'm placing. I have no idea the exact number. I placed down.
Sorry, you cut out there. I didn't hear the.
Oh, I put down
Answer.
100.
Rogue is the closest without going over. There are only 30 people that sing in it, but it is layered over itself 3 times, so it sounds like 90.
Yeah, because they made a whole thing about getting an all-male choir for the Skyrim soundtrack. So it's just like 30 big blokes sitting in a recording booth, and it's just like, okay, this is kind of badass.
But yeah, it's 30 voices. They layered it 3 times over, so when you hear the song, it sounds like there are 90 people singing it at you.
The worst part is thinking, I know that it was only a choir, but it sounded like there was a lot more. It had to be something.
Okay, let's get some final scores going. Jeff, how did you do that round?
Terrible. I only got 1, 2, 3 round.
So that brings you up to 22. Ben.
Yeah, that was really, really terrible there, Jeff. I got 1.
Okay. And Rogue.
It doesn't get me out of last place, but I got 3.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
So, Jeff, you're the winner.
Wait, does this mean that me and Rogue need to do a tiebreaker?
I've got a tiebreaker.
I was going to say, but if one of us wins the tiebreaker, then they need to do another tiebreaker with Ben.
I've got a tiebreaker if you can answer...
Oh, with Ben, with Jeff, I mean. Sorry. Getting names wrong. Oh, I'm sorry.
I've got a tiebreaker if one of you can answer this. If neither of you answer this, I'll go and find like a Price is Right style question. But this is a question that I have off the top of my head, video games related.
Okay.
Why in the video game Populous could you adjust the height of the ground?
No idea, but
Because Peter Molyneux was a bad programmer.
well, as if they wanted a chance that you could drown people by putting them below sea level.
I'm half tempted to take the answer that Rogue has given. They couldn't code jumping.
Ah. Oh, so the ground goes down.
So you could move the ground up and down so that people could, like your people that you were controlling, could move around. I'm gonna look up a.
Wow. I've got to give it that. That's an interesting workaround.
Yeah, I met him and he talked about that at when he came to our university.
I'm sorry for you.
He wasn't doing anything to do with my course, so really the one I'm worried about is EA when they came, because all my friends went to see EA and they went in going, "Grr, EA bad," and they came out going, "Ah, EA good."
It was just a stage hypnotist who was just saying, "You will buy only." It was an amazing
EA. It's in the game. I'm trying to think of a topic to.
We'll go neutral ground. My achievements.
We're going neutral ground. Price is Right style. What is Ben's current followers on TikTok? No.
The worst part is that might not be a.
What was the price of my flat?
Something that would make me very sad, I'm sure.
No, not yet.
What is the wingspan of a fully laden swallow?
African or European?
I don't know that. And for the tie-breaking question, what do you mean?
Ben, what is your favorite color?
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
How does Sandstorm go?
I have a feeling that this is why we're going into a tiebreaker for last place. Because we spent too much time being idiots.
If everybody you say that at the same time, we're only a point away from the winner.
In fairness, there is a Lovecraftian monster behind Jeff, so like that's pretty intimidating. It would like I wouldn't be comfortable answering questions.
Especially if, what on earth is that thing behind you? There's nothing behind me, it's fine.
Okay.
You just see souls captured by Cthulhu wandering across the screen.
I have a question with a date. Closest to the correct date gets it. When was Super Smash Bros. Released?
Oh. As an actual day?
Actual day.
Never played this game. Well, at least I've played it a couple of times and I don't like it.
I have absolutely no idea. Oh, God.
Well, I might pick another question if...
I will go with 10th of November 2002.
Hey, I was going to write one down, but I am going to say earlier than that. So I am going to say the 23rd of March, 1995.
Closest to the correct date is Rogue.
Congratulations.
The correct answer is in the UK, November the 19th, 1999.
Ooh.
So there wasn't a lot in it, but Rogue was a few years closer. Just.
Oh God! Imagine if that had gone down to how many days apart were we?
So Rogue, congratulations! You and you and Jeff are the winners. Ben,
Hey.
we get to find out what your quiz round is.
Okay. My quiz round, I decided to try and make it as fair as possible because you can now listen to the audiobook for free on YouTube. So it does require study, and God only knows what what John will go with, but Norse mythology as depicted by Neil Gaiman in Norse mythology.
Well, I'm glad I've read that book.
As I say, the other side of thing is a free audiobook on YouTube as well if you ever to listen, which is also read by Neil Gaiman.
I also have that book on my bookshelf somewhere. I'll need to go dig it out and write some questions from it.
I'll just start getting around ready for the next one, shall I?
I'll have to send you. So, if you've never heard of it, John, there's a fantastic YouTube channel called Overly Sarcastic Productions, which has a series of animated shorts, which are just we have taken vines and essentially replaced the visuals with animations, and they've done an entire one involving Norse mythology.
Nice.
I really don't remember if in that book they have enough time or any time dedicated to Ratatoska, which is a travesty, really.
Well, the squirrel.
The squirrel.
Yeah, there is minimal.
Yeah.
It does refer to Ratatoska and how he runs up and down, talking, spreading rumors and lies to irate the other two creatures of the Yggdrasil.
Fun fact, we do not know why Loki is called Loki. Like, we have no idea what it actually means.
It means whatever Loki wants it to mean.
Which is very Loki.
Which is incredibly Loki. So, with that, tune in next month on a time when it will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
The place will be here.
Oh, yes.
Keep an eye on our social medias, where next month I'll probably even remember to post it on our social media to say that this is a thing that is happening. As I'm trying to get better at actually using social media.
Yeah, I'm still trying to do that as well.
But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It is a great way for you guys to know when we go live in a completely free way that you can support us on the channel. It does also mean you get emotes now, including our new one.
Ooh, show us.
Which is not showing up there at the moment for me on that. Let me try it on if I actually load up Twitch real quick. Oh, pardon me.
Is it one of that? Is it one of those?
It is not.
Oh.
It is not.
I'm just going to spam all of them, see which one comes out.
It is this. Oh, it went away. One moment. It is this. I had to mute the stream. We now have the hype emote.
Hey!
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 So when things happen and they go well, we can hype them. Yeah!
Cool.
And who is... Okay, that is who we're going to raid into. That is the wrong button for doing that.
Always fun when that happens.
That is the one I want.
Are you sure, John?
Well, maybe.
It's the one that you want. It is the one you want. Ooh,
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 ooh.
The one you need.
Okay, before I
yes,
raid anywhere, we are gonna apparently continue this
Rama lama ding dong. Yeah.
thing. Tomorrow night, myself, Rogue, and Ben will be back with some Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage, as the group have discovered the threat of the vampires on the first level of the dungeon was in fact an infestation of actors.
Infestation of actors.
The group is going to continue to work their way through the Dungeon of the Mad Mage and find more things.
That is generally the idea. In the meantime, I'm going to sit down in that snake chair again.
No! No!
On Monday,
I'm tired.
on Monday, I will be back with more Middle-earth Shadow of War as I get ready to take over my first fortress.
Hey.
On Tuesday, we'll be back with Satisfactory as I think we're going to work on steel and vehicles. Because we'll need steel and we will need vehicles to get the steel back to our home base.
Very cool.
On Wednesday, the Golden Tooth face their biggest threat yet. They have found the location of Gratzt, the Demon Prince, and now it is time to make a stab out of the dark at him, and hopefully buy the Resistance enough time, and maybe just save the day and be big damn heroes. On Thursday, Angel will probably be reading some BioShock Rapture, and on Friday, Jeff might do a game. Or something.
Not sure yet.
Maybe,
Not sure yet.
if he's around. And if he isn't, then it probably won't. Stay tuned to, again, social medias. But we are going to raid into Jelly Buns, who is doing some art.
Ooh.
So go give them a watch. We will see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.